Alrighty, welcome back to the return to the Final Fantasy VII Remake. And today we are stepping towards the finale of my first ever playthrough on the PS5. So I've obviously, for everyone knows and you've seen me so far, I've played through the entire game, plenty of time. I've done the main game and then the hard mode. Done it all, finished everything, got the plat. 2020, of course I did it within a month because Final Fantasy VII family. Today, and very recently got a PS5 and I'm allowed to replay through the entire remake. It's been a joy to replay the remake like 2 years later. Going through everything, every side quest and stuff like that. But the only thing we're not going to do and cover is the Colosseum fights and the extra fights with Chad Lee. There's no point, they're just extra game content. I've done them all before. There are fights that I know could pop up at the end of intermission. I don't know what's in them, but I know there's extra fights been added. It was like patched. It was on the notes a long time ago. So I want to I'll go back to the challenge room. Then we'll do that then. But in terms of like the playthrough, we've made it to the Shinra Tower. We finally, we've returned to the Shinra Tower. And I'm very excited to jump in. I remember it was like I still remember like getting to like the Shinra Tower for the first time back in the day, like, and how insane it is. And then like when you look at it now, like I was saying at the end of the last episode, like they really make this this company seem all like evil. Like this feels like that looks like just a normal office block, right? And then but the tower, because you can see it. Excuse me, you can see the Shinra Tower when you're above the plate. You can see it from anywhere in Midgard. Just like it's supposed to. It's kind of like that big tower that stands out, and you don't really understand. I don't think any player really appreciated how big the 70 floor. It feels like that's bigger than 70 floors, if I was being honest with you. I think just kept it like for the sake of it. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe. But like, there's windows over there for it as well. So what floor are they? Like, look at them over there. But I always thought it was really, really cool to have that. I always thought it was really cool getting here for the first time in the remake. It just feels very like dark and sinister and powerful. You feel like you're in a powerful place, and then like the music. Let me fade this out for a minute, because the music here is very like. It's got the Shinra theme, but like really like haunting, as well. Like, and then there's a dun dun dun. It's like it's getting you ready to pumped up, ready for this is it. We're going into Shinra now. Things are about to go down. And then there's even the joke, like we've seen the cutscene already, but there's a joke with like Barra's like, I think we should go through the front door and shoot them. Like you used to get the option between picking the stairs and going straight through the front door. Whilst that option's still there, it's done slightly differently. Well, it is and it isn't. It's still technically the same, but like instead Cloud's like, makes a joke about why he's here, and then we like said we'll take the side route into the building, and then like it's really cool because it does like create that city vibe as well. Like they got the cars, and one thing I really said, and I said it in the last one as well, I don't think I said it in the episode live though, is that when you save it, this is classed as Sector 0. So we got about Sector 1 to 8, 1 through 8, but I never seen it anywhere written down, as far as I've personally seen it, say called Sector 0 anywhere before. Like, no, because everyone just say, oh, the Shinra headquarters or the Shinra Tower. But in actuality, it's actually classed as a sector, like as on a grid, it's like up in a county or something. It's like, welcome to Sector 0. I thought that was always really cool. I always thought that was really cool when I first saw it. I was like, oh, cool, Sector 0. It's like your origin, Yeah, we're gonna move forward, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about the view here. It's done really well, and it's like it paints the picture before we walk in. Because once you're in, you go back to this is a level kind of thing, and you're just going through the game and the motion. But outside really creates the image and makes you feel like as you're moving in, you're going up this big, huge building. And then there's the lobby, which I'll talk about when we get there, which I think is really cool as well. And he's got this sort of industry like power and sources of energy, like those big pipes. It's never said, it's clearly all Mako being moved around, right? And I love that. I love the fact that they've shown how that works across the thing, even though You know, I was saying like, when we saw the drop of Sector 7 plate, and there was like broken pipelines. I was like, surprised it didn't add in like a moving effect of like Mako pouring out or something, because that would have been like, oh, there's like a Mako leak somewhere. I guess this is where they come from. I always wonder how. I'd like to see the door they come through to get here, but I guess it's because they created it separately. It's his own field, and you can't see the bottom either. Like, where does it end? You know. So this is floor 1, right? Well, we're not technically floor 1. You know, we're above it now, but like, we get to floor 1. This is how tall the Shinra Tower is from the ground. Okay, it's not just. So ground level 1. Like one thing, like I guess maybe I'm surprised Hojo's lair was above up there. Even in the original game, you think it'd be in the basement, right? Because even though this huge tower is here and it's scores 1 to 70, it's crazy to think that this is like 1,000 foot above the ground, and there's that whole bit behind it, right? So, what's between the 1,000 feet from the Shinra Tower? You know, what's in the basement of Shinra? Do you know what I mean? Like, I've always wanted to know that, and I don't know if they've expanded that in other parts of the stories. I never really paid much attention to them that much, but like that's what makes this mind blowing. Seeing how you can't even see the top of the tower here. Like in the original game, you didn't even see the tower. You just saw an overhead view of the front entrance. So you had and a big massive save point, by the way. You didn't really have an idea or scope. So this is why I loved seeing this, and especially with the dark twistedness anyway. So they did. I think they did an excellent job of creating your first impression of the Shinra Tower when we got here. Yeah, we'll move along now. But I just want to say, getting here for the first time was one of my favorite experiences of playing the remake for the first time. So I was like, yo, we're at it. You know, because even if you play the original game, you have this idea of what's going to come up, but it's like you've seen things change already. You're just like, oh man. But yeah, the Sector 0 thing is one of the coolest parts as well. The fact that they named this an entire sector.
Security is looking pretty tight.
So they know what they're up against.
Yo, how's it going, Mav? By the way, good to
Somehow,
see
I
you.
don't
Hope
think
you're
it's
doing
all
well, man.
for us. Could be for Avalanche, or maybe even Utah.
It's an excellent question,
Can't
and
be
that's
for
how much
Utah.
I was saying.
What about the ceasefire?
That only put the war
Oh, is it
on
actually
pause.
brought up in like Crisis Core or something? I mean, I just figured there'd be more under it, like more experimenting or something. But like, you know, because it's Shinra. But like, I know there's like train system stuff. But I love that you can't even see the ground, and there's like 70 floors that go towering above. So when we were like, okay, I nearly said world map then. Like, it'd be so cool to see like, even to say like when we do get to Rebirth, and if you're at Calm, right, and then you look outside the village, like even if you can't walk off, I'm not expecting a world map, right? So even if you can walk off the village, you're standing in the village, but in the background you can see Midgar, because they should definitely have an image of like Midgar in the background, and there's a really tall tower of like Shinra and stuff. You could like it will look awesome. Midgar will just be a background image. Yo, how's it going, Cardio?
We're here to rescue Aerith, remember? We don't need more attention than what we're gonna get. We need to be smart.
Yeah, I hear you. But my soul's screaming for payback, you know? I'm a ticking time bomb. And sooner or later,
I love all the guards walking around at all.
Well,
Like,
then make it later.
it makes sense. Like, I never understood, like, the original game, we could just walk through the front door, you know? Like, I know, like, the Shinra building generally is, like, normal office building up until, like, a certain level. But, like, it's still Shinra. You know what I mean? You're still, like, there was no guards. Like, Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett just walked through the front door like it was nothing, you know? You think you'd need to... There's already security pass to get them through the train system. You think they'd have something to get up to this sector and this point. So, yeah. It does make the lobby a bit weird, but I'll come into that later. Yeah, anyway, enough talking about the city. So, speed over you give to the sub. No worries, appreciate you coming by, Claudia. Appreciate you. Enjoy your emotes. There is this little itch though. If they don't have a world map, which I know they won't, like, you won't get to drive like the buggy and stuff. But seeing the road here makes you want to drive it, or have a driving scene that isn't on the bike, you know. But, you know, I'm just suggesting copium at this point. Hey guys, I'm over here. Can you not see me? Worst guards of all time. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Anyway, let's jump on into the excitement that is about to hang soon. Now it turns into like a movie. Hope it does it. No, it won't. It's gonna be. They'll keep the same structure, like, you know, the chapter-based system. I think it's the best way to manage the game. We're going to go backwards and forwards until like we beat the game as well, and I think that's a really good structure to have for these games. They change it too much and make like a movable world map to go back and forwards. It's going to be like people can try and get back into Midgard and moan about it. It's just a safer approach as well. I don't think the game needs a world map. I might be one of the only few people that think that or sees the reality to that, but I just don't. I think the game would be better without a world map. It's not a remake of Final Fantasy VII, so it makes sense to have it different.
Anything?
Nah.
All clear.
Roger.
Here comes a dope moment.
Okay, head on in.
So far, so good.
Why does Barrett literally turn into the comic relief here? This is about Bob though.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I like this fight because it's not one fight; it's multiple fights in the same fight. Can you die?
No escape.
Like, we're raiding into the Shinra now, right? But like, it moves over and someone's like, yo, 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 like, you know, like, we're being attacked, everyone get on it, like, which makes more sense. You know, you can constantly get attacked by guys. I mean, there's not many of them, but it's a big area.
Maybe not.
Also, little pro tip for those who are farming, like endgame, or even like farming, or for whatever reason you want to master your materia, or you just want to level up the hard mode. This little walkway is fantastic for it. You can get loads of AP, loads of stuff, experience and stuff. And it takes no time at all to do this whole section. Literally go to the lobby, do just the car park fights, and then reload the chapter. This is New Game Plus only, by the way. And then reload the chapter, and you'll automatically... Damn, I've got a Chadley thing. And you'll automatically just do this over and over. It's a really good farm base. I didn't really do it, but there was like 2 places you could farm, and I knew this was one of them. I think I did it for when I finished hard mode or something, and I just wanted to master it. I do want to change something though. I can't believe my elemental still hasn't leveled up. It's crazy. It's like it becomes easier on hard. I think it's hard mode because you get more. But I love this song as well.
Service entrance in the
back. You can hear the strings go. Yeah, I love the instrumental versions quite well.
What's the situation?
Can't get in contact with HQ.
Hey, I'm here, boys.
Did they do this? No idea.
Did they do this? And who's they, by the way? Who is they?
No holding back.
Anyone. Shinra have more than one enemy, don't they? So. And it can't be a Shinra tower about soldiers.
Guess it's my turn. Back up the lift.
I got this. Take that. It's on you.
It's over. I love that move. It's so good. It never gets boring to watch. Just Tifa stepping around like ending them.
Good job.
So you get 500 experience with that. You get loads of SP. You literally like farm central here. Yeah, I knew you meant for sure. I think it was just accidental. Like the enemies here just give a lot of experience, and it's just, it's like efficient because it's like 5 fights back to back, and because it's at the start of the chapter, you just reload the chapter, and it's like straight into it. It's just nice and easy. Literally, especially when you're just skipping the cutscene, you don't have to worry about a thing. It takes literally no time at all. It was argued there was like another area that was like potential as well, but honestly, especially if you've got like fire gun, I messed around like trying to fire gun and kill like blocks of enemies all at once, stuff like that as well. This is good for new game plus or even hard mode. The farm in hard mode or even more if you wanted to. So yeah, it's not just the 500. It's good for now, but like when you're farming, you're gonna have AP plus on. You're gonna have the experience plus on as well. Like it's just gonna be huge. So you get like 3,000 a fight.
Good job.
Yeah, it's really good for farm material. Yeah, I came here and spent like I think it was an hour. I did like an hour of farming here. I think I was needed to master a materia for the Bahamut fight. You know the back-to-back summons fight, and just wanted to make it level 3. It might have been elemental. It might have been something really important. I just spent an hour here, and everything was basically mastered at that point. I was like, alright. I'm just actually checking around. So I walk through. Also, it's the only time you get to hear this song as well. This fight's pretty hard actually. You can walk around here a bit. Because you got the guards here, and then you get the doggos as well. Yeah, I think if you farm it in hard as well, it's like even better.
Keep it tight.
Guess it's my turn.
Keep it what now? No. Focus.
I got it.
Wasn't planning on it.
Cloud.
You're done.
Dude. It's over.
I got it.
See, I've already leveled up here. Spell, fire, go. Oh, I couldn't get out in time.
It's on you.
So blizzards you can actually dodge, but yeah.
All set. Finish him off.
Yeah, this fight is pretty difficult, even casually.
Give your best shot. Not
Because you got the soldiers, you got the doggos as well.
I'll take over. I'm taking over.
Hang back. Let's finish this.
Might as well finish on a limit.
Last words.
I love the look of the limiter. It's fun. Boom! See, that was 1,000 experience there. So the soldiers themselves also drop a lot of experience.
We need to move.
Yeah, the shield guys are annoying. Just use fire. Fire just goes straight through the whole thing. I think that's that whole fight done now. So just double check if there's anything kicking around. I can't remember if there is any chests there. Yeah, there's one. You know, it's funny, and it's a point that comes up later on. When we did this and we get to the lobby, I'm like, where is everyone? Surely the whole Shinra building knows if we just walk through the front door, right? I love it opens up like a normal lobby. So, where's the security guards? You know what I mean? I know they probably just attacked. Actually, no, we just cleared them all out, actually. But you think there'd be more, right? Considering there's all those guards out front, right? And we heard all that. Can we just get rid of the red on the screen? Thank you. Then you come here, and you're like, oh, cool. So, the Shinra lobby looks like just a lobby of any office building. Like, you know, that, whilst it's like dark walls and stuff, and it's got the logo everywhere, it's got these nice lobby sofa seats and stuff like that. So there's money invested into it. I like the fact that it's dark greyish walls. Creates that they're a dark, evil company, but they're giving it, the game's giving off that image, but at the same time, it's got this whole. This feels like a nice place to work in terms of like they're looked after, like, you know, there's facilities and everything for the people that work in. Now I know it's nighttime, so I guess the difference this time is it's nighttime.
Nobody's home.
Which is why the lobby's empty, because what office is open this time of night? Do you know what I mean? But
Do you have any idea where they might be holding Aerith?
it is strange there's not singular guard.
I'm
here.
thinking a research facility. That'd make the most sense.
And where is that?
Upper floors. Maybe near the top. That's where you are.
Maybe.
Maybe we can use the console at the reception desk to find out.
We're about to do everyone's favourite
This
Tifa scene in a minute,
building's
but
A shining monument to corporate greed. One of these days, I'm going to tear it down and burn the rubble.
But not today.
But Barrett, that would cause more air pollution. Just saying. Anyone? Okay. But it's not killing the planet. Anyway, so one, I like the look of the lobby area here. So I was saying how like this really shows how big this lobby is. Like it really creates it. It has the same feel like look at the 3 floors almost that you get from like it has this very like you can see the Mako lines there as well, which is kind of cool. Like everything's been thought about, and then it's got the 2 elevator things here as well, which you see in the original game. You go up and down where you originally used to fight one of the bosses. It's mad to think this is literally the side of it. It did never ever make any sense how one of those machines got inside the lift, right? Hold that thought, by the way. Hold that very thought. I want to talk about that later. But like, it made it feel very real, and I was like, actually, yeah, you know, they are an organisation. They run, you know. So yeah.
I don't know about you.
There's a really good portrayal of the Shinra buildings, loving.
Shit, making life hard.
And this will be the only
Let's
time we
just
ever
keep
see it.
heading
So. Unless the game makes us come back for whatever reason later on, but let's face it, we'll never go back to the Shinra Tower unless they change things.
So, how do we get upstairs?
Either the elevator or the emergency stairwell.
Isn't the lab we're looking for on one of the top floors? I vote we
I
take
ain't
the
walking.
elevator.
No rush, guys. You're not coming. I love the fact there's escalators here. And there they are, there's the car, there's the bike. Right. So I think before I do anything, I need to find a key. Yeah, we need to do the key card thing, yeah. dun, dun. Cafeteria, which I think is the shop. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what the game wants me to do. It wants me to go here.
No getting upstairs without a key card, huh?
Think we're gonna need a few before this is over.
Pretty sure I saw one lying around.
They are pretty dumb though. Like the team. It doesn't surprise me that they would be dead without whispers and stuff.
The reception desk.
Yeah, but
They
how
don't
to
think
get
at
in?
any point did they go, we're being watched. They know they got caught in Reactor 5 and they were
Go
being
up and
watched by
over,
cameras,
maybe?
right? At
Look.
what point do you think they're not being watched on camera here?
Pretty sure we could reach it if we hop across those
What?
lights.
Let's just walk in the Shinra building. That
I don't know.
seems like a recipe for disaster.
I think I'll give it a shot.
Huh?
As
Alright.
the lightest one here, I figure I've got the best chance. You two can
Okay.
sit back and watch.
And everyone just like, excuse me? And then, my little secret little favourite bit is you get to walk around as Tifa. Now, I said before, why couldn't they just, maybe in the PS4, there was an issue, you know, they could have changed the game a bit when you had Team Party, especially with Integrate, where you could just make your leader walk around as them. Like, and then if you have to interact with someone, Cloud's the person to interact with them, but, you know, look, you can walk around as Tifa, you can walk around as Barrett. So I really, really hope in Rebirth, we can just pick our party leader and walk around as a person, just for the world. You know, so you can walk around. Because I said before, imagine how cool it would be to run around like an area as Red 13. Like, if you wanted to run around an area really quickly, just be Red 13, like run around like and like, you know, Tifa and Barrett. Just like you can play as your favorite character, and then, you know, it doesn't affect, you know. And obviously the Cloud, whilst it's always gonna follow Cloud, you just pick the character you're walking in. Like you then, okay, I would say then you could walk around as Sephiroth, but you know, I think the flashback in Rebirth will be exactly the same as the original game. I think it's going to be you only control Cloud even in the fight, and Sephiroth just kills everything. I think in reality that's going to be it, which is fair. I wouldn't expect to be controlling Sephiroth in the fight, and if anyone says anything otherwise, I think, well, the original game did the same anyway. Kate Sif, I've said my thought on Kate Sif is that Kate Sif is actually not going to be the Moogle doll robot. We're not going to get that. It's just going to be Kate Sif, and it'll probably be like a sensory character. There's a character they do that role in Persona 5. It's like you pick up a recruited character at any party. I won't say his without spoiling or anything. And then they become a sensory character, and they might just sit on Red 13 or something, or they might just be a dual character. Because I don't know, I just don't think the dynamics of that big robot bouncing around in a fight like this. It's not like I don't want Kate Sif, I just don't see it. Especially the fact that robot isn't even in, like, they never put it in any subsequent thing after the original game. It was only in the original game. So why would they put it in there? I honestly think it's just gonna be the little cat, and he just like is a sensory character. He's not a choosable character. Especially when they got introduced characters, still got introduced like Sid and Vincent. Although I think Vincent's going to be more side content, like optional. I don't know how they're going to implement that yet. I reckon Vincent would be like the Yuffie version on Rebirth, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to implement Vincent. Maybe we'll just get him normally, but like, you know. Personally, I think Kate Sif would be fine with just a normal accent, but I think it's a losing battle either way. And how they pronounce it. Is it Kate Sheath or Kishi? You know, it's something like that, or Kate Sif. I honestly think just call it Kate Sif. But like, and nothing's going to change. Even if the game changes it, I'm still going to call it Kate Sif. Fortunately, that's just how it is. But I get where its origins is. I know pronunciation was Mako, not Mako. But yeah, one of the things I'm saying, especially if you're bouncing around like Cosmo Canyon with Kate Sith, you know, just like, okay, like, it's not going to work bouncing around walls where you can make any other character walk around. The Moogle robot wouldn't be able to get to every location and stuff, and like, you know. But what I was saying, I said last episode, it'd be really cool. I think Mav, you missed it, so hear my idea out. What I think they should do is actually the part that they have, like when you do a chapter, they have sections that require certain characters to get to certain parts. This may be how they could use Kate Sith. Like, you need, you know, in this game later on we'll come to it, where you need Red 13 to get across, to run across like a certain area to hit a switch. They started to experiment it in this game as well. And then each character can have a role out in the field, effectively, like what they're good for. So Cloud can just like, I don't know, just be Cloud, I guess. But like Barrett's there if you need to shoot something to make something fall, so you can get across to that area. Sid, I don't know, can throw a spear. Is javelin, spear. You know what I mean? Same Red 13 can have that same role and stuff like that. And then if you do get Kate Sith, he can be like jumps really high or something, like, you know, to get to certain areas. Like, it would be like they have a role out in the field to do things, and that makes all the characters like relevant is part of the chapter. You know, I'm not saying something like that in every chapter, but like if, like, for example, they use Tifa here to do what this mini game, which will start now. I just want to round as Tifa for a little while.
Okay, guys.
Because realistically, I'll probably be Tifa in the game.
Careful.
Aren't I always?
But like, yeah, Tifa can be the agile one who jumps around and then maybe has to break through walls because she has the fists and stuff like that. Your sister calls Sid Kid. What? Oh, I know. Yeah, she does do some impossible. This song's like Mission Impossible kind of thing, isn't it?
Tifa!
Oh shit! Tifa!
Are you okay?
Oh, they don't.
I thought I was dead for sure.
Okay. Right. Bad camera work there. Terrible camera work. And they did it because they'd rather have a shot from behind her rather than in front of her. But they actually animated her face for that scene. Saved by, yeah, no, like, realistically, she'd be really badly injured. But, like, her face was like, oh, you know, like that. She showed that she was in pain, and that hurt, and the shock of it as well. You could barely see her facial expression. Really done really well there. But because the direction of the game is like, it's Tifa, show her behind. You know, like, they obviously kept her from behind, but that was kind of cool that they did that with her face and they showed her expressing that. So it's the little details like that. But if I had control of the camera there, I just would have showed it from the front. But, yeah. Anyway, here's the famous cut. That even though the door handle's there, opens from this side, which still annoys me today. You can climb them for some reason. Now I remember something about over here. Trains, by the way, trains. Look at all the trains. I like the models of trains and stuff. It's like a transport museum, isn't it? Like, it's kind of cool. So I think I climb up, yeah. And these are like mini reactors in a way, but could just be part of the thing. And then you got pictures of Shinra. We are Shinra. Ba bum 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 bum.
Hand over hand, huh? That's fine. Bring it on.
Am I missing something here? Yeah, there it is. Nearly missed it. I think this is the one of the. I think this is one of the most obvious ones that you can miss. Most people don't think about this when they're here. Yeah, I love how this track drops. It gets. think a lot of the newer tracks have been not as well received, but I actually like a lot of the new tracks as well. It's good to have new as well. I need to use Purple Rain. Purple Rain gives a true strike, which is wow, but also I need to level it up. Yeah, we'll do it now. Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Yeah, I'd say ultimate. I think all the weapons are balanced in my opinion. I don't think there's like, in my opinion, I don't think really any weapon makes, every weapon has a perk and has its uses, you know? And that's one thing I really love about the weapon system. Like, especially when you max them all out, which I don't think you don't get to do until hard anyway. But when I finished hard mode, I did it with the Buster Sword. So that final scene, I had the Buster Swords up there, which, you know, and I love that. I went for it. But it's just a perfectly balanced sword. Like, the original weapons are like the balanced one. You can do builds in certain ways. Obviously the Mithril sword, for example, Cloud is like the magic one. Same for Tifa. If you wanna, so even though like each character has their class in this game. Wow, really? I've run out already. They still give you the option to optimize them however you want. So if you want Magic Tifa, you can have Magic Tifa. She might not be as good as Aerith, but it still does it. 59 damage loss. Wow. See, it's not that great in my opinion. Like, I'm losing nearly 60 damage, yeah? Strength, rather. But... also looking forward to the introduction of different weapons in the subsequent games. For example, the Force Stealer, which I expect to show up in Rebirth. Because obviously I think you just start off with everyone just start with their base weapons again in Rebirth, which makes sense. But, you know, like, as a Cloud, you'd be able to get like Force Stealer and stuff, the unique design weapons and stuff, like, and that's what I hope they do, you know, that's what I want to see, like, you know, there's no way you're going to get the same weapons again. Like, any weapons in this game won't be in any future game, apart from the original ones. Yeah, I think the game was put for, you know, Kumas. I mean, I'm not complaining about Tifa, but like, it's one of those, this whole scene was for Tifa fans, let's be honest. And the mini game. I don't want to brag, but I like a monkey bars as casual as Tifa can. How's it going, Mr. Lord? I guess hope you're doing well. Oh, we're getting bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Well, I can't do that. I'm not gonna sit there and try and brag about something like that. My God. I'll be like, do it once. I'm exhausted now. I'll be like. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. I'll be able to get across one platform, and then that's it. I'm kind of done.
This isn't so bad. Pretty close now. Just need to make it over there.
What this? Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, that wasn't me. That was the camera. I didn't have any control of it. I didn't create that shot in any way.
Almost there. Just need to get across those platforms.
And I'm like, Tifa, did you not learn from the first time? I mean, at least they made it realistic that she does kind of fall, because it's like, it's extremely far, and she doesn't even get a chance to like have much of a thing. I mean, you know, space to jump back. There's no run up. Oh, also, they're just standing there watching. Barrett on this side? Oh no. Where's Barrett? If I was Cloud, I'd be like, oh my god, Tifa, you're gonna die. Stop. And then you do the swing. I'm glad they didn't reintroduce the swing pole. from you know when you climb in the original game to the Shinra Tower. Something's wrong here. Can we go? Okay. Okay, it's just me being an idiot. I was missing the button each time. I thought you have to build the momentum.
I might be able to disable security from here. Huh?
Hot damn, girl.
But I didn't do anything.
Shit, I'll take it. So you can use that to look up what floor the research facility's on?
I think so. Give me a sec.
And they're still like a bit clueless, like I didn't do anything.
Bingo.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be
Professor
fine.
Hojo's
No
lab.
one's watching us.
65th floor looks like. Huh. Guess we can only get to the
And you could
59th
just look
floor
that
via
up
the
on the
elevators
lobby
or stairs.
computer.
To access any
Seems a
level
bit-
above that, we need to check in at the Skyview Hall reception.
That seems a bit odd as well.
59th floor it is then.
Right.
Like I get they don't know where to go, but even then, like initially the party just raided the Shinra Tower and Monkus, should use the term Monkus Steel in the recording. They just went with the flow before they found out where Aerith was. She's like looks it up by like almost googling it on the reception computer. If the receptionist, her day job, can find out where Hojo has secrets, that's not you're not gonna have that available, are you? Come on, Shinra, sort your firewalls out. Now, the fun part. So, here you get a choice. I don't think you can open this. Oh, actually you can. Yeah. So before I go down the other ways, I'm going in. Got the car shop. Now, heavens know why you can buy cars, or why it's even, you know. This is meant to represent the original shop in the game. Right. Iron Maiden. So now we're at the bit where you can climb. Can you look out the window here? Oh, that's a shame. You can kind of. I mean, that moon's a little close, isn't it? That moon's closer than what Meteor's gonna be. Come on. The moon's closer. If they show the moon in the game and it's that big, then Meteor's like miles away and be like, right. So I was thinking about showing both because you can go through the elevator, or you can walk up the stairs. Now, if I'm being honest with you, the elevator isn't that exciting on the remake. You do get to see a Shinra manager, or a Shinra employee, and because each floor it stops you and you end up in a fight, just like the original game. But there's nothing really exciting. The fights aren't anything special, and there is that scene with a Shinra employee, just like the original game as well. But it's nothing. There's no real conversation, nothing exciting. It's nothing. It's not. Even though I was going to show, but I was genuinely going to show both and reloading through the other route. But I just don't feel there's any need to. This isn't like those cutscenes I showed off with like the Barrett conversation, the Aerith and the Tifa conversation at the flower house, at Aerith's house. This is actually more of a. There's only one route that you'd ever want to take for the meme. So we're going to go straight up the stairs rather than go through that door anyway. Matt, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Have you seen the free conversations though? The extra cutscenes? Before you do all this? Like, everyone sees Tifa or Aerith, but there's a Barrett one as well. I don't know if you ever knew that. I know you'd be interested in it. I covered it on my last episodes. When that finally gets on YouTube, but you can check out my VOD from like a week or so ago. There's conversations. You know, where Cloud has like a conversation in the garden, you know, with like Tifa, and you can have one with Barrett. There's one with Barrett as well. I don't know if you knew. Not a lot of people knew about the Barrett one, so I'm shouting out to people just in case you missed it. Oh, you saw all three. I thought you might have. Like, I just like that. I think I took the elevator. Yeah, when I originally did it, I did the elevator and then did the stairs. I think I did the elevator and then I did the stairs on the hard mode on my second playthrough. Rather than to go through the game again, just because I wanted to see if they had the employee bit. Now, the conversations here are one of the best in the game. Wait for it.
You have got to be shitting me.
Nope. We're a lot less likely to get caught this way.
But a lot more likely to die.
No, you don't need it
boredom.
for 100%. I don't think you do anyway. Oh, you also get this song as well.
It's only
That's good.
59 floors.
It's
Nothing to
only
it.
59
Well, at least
floors.
it ain't a race. Small blessing.
It's funny, they've already created this tunnel vision view. So this is a really, this already feels, the look of this feels different. So there's like a little indicator, right? You can always see it says 3rd floor, so on the 3rd floor. So it kind of indicates where each character's up as you're climbing, which I think is quite funny.
Wonder what it's like up there.
More
But
security
it shows each
restrictions.
character's different like
It's not gonna
ability.
get any easier.
Cloud
We're
sucks
gonna
as a
be
soldier, by the way, or
exhausted by
Sephiroth
the
code
time
in
we
this, by the way.
finally get to the top.
As long as you pace yourself, you'll be fine.
Like they walk at
Maybe
different
we should
speeds.
take a quick break.
And Tifa,
Come
just
on, Barrett.
Tifa, despite she's just done all that jumping around, right? She's
You
literally
can
done all
stop
that
if you
jumping
want.
around,
Could even say it's for
and
me.
still can beat
Just
everybody
say
in
you
this
can't
race.
hack it.
Off she
I'll
goes.
hack you, jackass.
Ugh,
And then there was
that's
a
enough from
banter.
both of you. Stupid arguments aren't gonna get us there faster.
But Tifa, I wasn't...
Not now. Save it for the top.
Yeah, I love the fact that whoever's in front as well. Like, there's no way to win. You can just lose. You can let Barrett go ahead of you. You don't get any interactions. Sometimes I think Barrett stops
Hey,
and takes a breather.
wait
but,
up.
but even like Cloud starts to slow down. You think Cloud would be good, right? Because he'd be like, he's like Sephiroth clone.
Guess
but
these labs and
see the floors.
shit are all the way at the very top.
Yep. The very top.
I think the stairs being an option is a
That's-
great nod to the OG anyway.
Good to know.
It's like the classic. Do you go for the front door or do you go up the
Keep an eye on
steps?
Barrett.
And when like we went the other way in,
I don't think I heard you.
I
Speak
can't have
up.
been the only one who.
I'll keep an eye on
I
Barrett.
love that line. I can't hear you. I'm too far ahead of you.
Thanks for the assist.
I was like worried they weren't going to do the stairs scene and stuff like that, but they actually do. I love the fact that they added it. And then the music gets a bit more intense. And then like the music starts getting disorientated
Wait
as well.
up.
So, you know, like if you've ever been running, you'll know what I mean. Your hearing goes. If you're like completely out of it, you feel exhausted. Sometimes even your hearing can be a bit, you know, you feel disorientated, discombobulated, and they do that. They create that effect as you controlling Cloud here.
Hey, just a few floors behind you.
Another cool thing about character change here
You're sounding better.
Think
is you can probably jump to each character to see where they're at.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, just be wary that it's not a remake of the original game.
I said, wait up.
Rebirth trailer gives that way. I love how Tifa waits for us here.
I was. But
She's had a chance to sit, stop, and wait. But just like they have with this game has added so many like Easter eggs along
Let's
the way.
roll.
That's nods to the original game. But they'll do
you
the same
really
in
are
Rebirth.
doing better.
We gotta keep moving.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Keep moving.
Like the nods to the original game is fantastic. Like even Barrett's catching up to Cloud. No. No.
Hard to argue with that. Let's go.
No. I ain't letting you win, Barrett. Florian, 39. Good lord. I love the music goes all funny. And then it also names what each area is. So like space and astronomics, like it's like I love the fact that, you know, they're saying what's in each area.
But tell me, these stairs, are these stairs ever gonna end?
I don't know. After the stairs.
I don't think the stairs are talking.
Well, duh. I mean, duh.
I was joking.
That's enough from both of you.
The game does any tricks in this area, like loading the same floors over and over. Oh, ew. Well, no, I'm behind now anyway. I think it's just, yeah, it's one room. There's no reloading, I don't think. It's not like the original. I know the original was just minus like, it's like 2 screens copy and pasted, isn't it?
Worst route.
Yeah. I thought so.
Give me a
Like,
suicidal last stand.
because each section is different as well. It's not like the original game where it had like, yeah, 3 scenes. I had to finish one, to start one, and then, you know, yeah.
Let's shut up.
I remember how you found that, by the way, man. I think you found that, didn't you, when you did the source pod? That's how you know how many scenes in the original.
Because wishing for trouble might bring it.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
You're
because
in
one
no
has the
state to
item.
fight anyway.
So, what should I do?
I love the fact that it broke when he played it as well.
Shut
Man,
up.
if only I had a dash button in this section right now. Like, even Cloud's like, I'm done, man. I think if I hadn't have stopped, you can catch up and beat Barrett again, but like, Cloud's literally walking this lane. I thought it'd be cool if he like, looked out of breath or something, but I think they'll add more to the characterization in Rebirth as well, because it's PS5 only. They've got more opportunity. I know he broke the mod twice. He's redone it though. He's redone it, wasn't he? He's done it a second time, so I've seen it all now, I think. Oh, no, here we go.
This sucks! I want to go back!
You want to go down all those stairs you just climbed?
Even Tifa's like... I'll be like at this point, should we just call it a day? Do the rest of the mission tomorrow? We'll get up 59 players. Remember they said it's only 59 floors.
Another day, another struggle.
Oh,
Climbing stairs, so much trouble.
Barrett singing away. Yo, how's it going, Stewie? In with the 8 months. Dude, thank you so much for the 8 months and all your ongoing support that you always do with all your gifted subs. I appreciate you, man. I love here. They're out of breath. We're just on the steps.
Cloud, slow down.
Oh, the sword never bothers him though. Like, he's made it very clear the sword never bothers him. He's got Mako in him. He's fine. I love how they all take a moment to get their breath back. Firstly, I think it should have faded out and then come back to the scene. Faded like they've had a bit of a break because everyone
The
would
real
have
challenge starts now. Okay, let's go.
I paused the alerts, by the way. I'll let it play in a
70,
minute.
80, 90, 100%.
Yeah, I agree. That's
110. Mako supersaturation confirmed.
Engaging materia cooling to reduce temperature.
I mean, she's portrayed exactly how I expected Scarlet to be.
Madame Director, you have a meeting shortly.
Stop. Your timing is impeccably atrocious.
Mako density and materia integrity are both holding steady.
Registering mass increase in core materia.
So they're trying to create master material or something here, aren't they? Or we're experimenting with it. That's my thought, and it fails.
Now, show me.
Well, they're just
something
experimenting
truly
with materia
exquisite.
to see what they can do. Like, this is how master material stuff is created again.
Contaminants registered.
We're leaving.
Materia growth accelerating, outpacing models. Registering
That guy
crystallization within the
calls
research
out.
tanks.
His sole job
out of control!
is to
We have to
be
stop it quickly!
Clean up the mess, would you?
Ma'am.
that poor guy. He literally has to gear up
So
just
this
to
is the
crawl around.
Skyview Hall, huh? Bet this place cost a fortune and then some.
Let's look for reception.
And then you just got like a normal floor. So there was this whole nobody in the lobby, but then like there's loads of people here. And it's not ominous at all that a guy with a gun for an arm, which has been reported all over the news, and then some dude walking around with a sword, and everyone was just like,
Please, just let my wife and daughter be safe.
I mean, they're not even thinking twice about it. Now, I love this. One, I like. By the way, shout out to Scarlet's theme. I actually really like Scarlet's theme. I think it's really nice, and it fits into this room really well. What's the thing? It's not just an evil corporation. The people that work for Shinra aren't all evil. It's like saying everybody who works on Death Star aren't all evil. They just, you know, they're working for the government or the country that runs that universe, this city. You know, like they're just a day job. You know. And I like that. It creates that feeling of realness in this game. I'll talk about the view in a minute. Like, these are just normal citizens just doing their job. Like,
Check it out.
this is really cool. So I love this, that you can look into the city from here. Oh, we're gonna have a cutscene. I forgot this one here.
Damn fools.
Even Barrett's like, even Barrett can appreciate the
Ones who
view.
come here at night to take in the view. So pretty and marvelous and beautiful. But every little light burning bright runs off her blood. And bit by bit they bleed her, never stopping to think how it'll end for them.
Yeah.
Terrible but beautiful all the same.
So I want to talk about that for a minute.